We have talked a lot about travel and how hard it's gotten. Of course, just getting to the airport in this city has now become a major challenge. So the good news is that it's actually double good news if you don't mind the drive. If you head to Plattsburgh, you will soon be able to fly from there to Orlando. And I'm going to quote a price here because the original price I saw said tickets were as low as $59, but I'm guessing that's U.S., right? But that's one way. That's still incredibly inexpensive.
Awesome.
Lucas Johnson is Chief Commercial Officer at Breeze Airways. That's the airline that's going to be flying you there. Let's find out more. He's on the line. Lucas, thanks for being here today.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on.
Pleasure. Fill us in.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to talk about these intro fares. And yeah, as you mentioned, they're $59 US. It's around $80 Canadian. Just a fantastic deal.
So that's to fly one way to Orlando. When does the service start, and what do people have to know about booking?
Yeah, so the service starts November 28th. You can buy the tickets on our website, flybreeze.com. You book direct at the website, and we've got the tickets are on sale through till tonight. Obviously, you can purchase them at any time, but that low introductory rate is just through tonight.
Oh, okay. What time? What time tonight?
Midnight.
Okay.
Midnight. So
and then after tonight, what does the fare go to?
So it'll range. It's still going to be incredibly great value to fly out of there. We've got these brand new planes, Airbus A220 aircraft, the original C series from Bombardier, and they're fantastic. We've got an upfront section with 12, first class seats. We've called Ascent, and 45 extra legroom seats and 80 standard legroom seats. So it's incredibly comfortable. We are retrofitting our planes with Wi-Fi and streaming service. So it's a great value for the price point.
Okay, and what about extra charges? Because I find these days, whenever you get a good deal on a flight, it means that you're then paying extra for your seat, extra for a carry-on, extra for a checked bag. Are there additional charges, or is it all included?
Yeah, well, we do allow guests to bundle. So we sell 3 kind of bundled fares: nice, nicer, and nicest. And so nice
Really?
is kind of that.
Okay.
Yeah, our tagline is seriously nice. So. I'll talk a little bit about the product, but we have free change and cancel fees. So I think one thing that you may find the most valuable is compared to any of the other low-cost carriers you're probably referencing, there's no big gotchas, right? So you can change and cancel your flight up to 15 minutes before departure, and you can use that credit for up to 24 months. So
that's cool.
we know life comes at you fast, and if something changes and you need to have that flexibility, you'll have the ability to book with peace of mind. So that's a huge selling point, and depending on which bundle you've picked, it'll include a better seat or a Ascent first class seat, or it'll have a check your carry-on bags or additional points, things of that nature.
Okay, so where did Breeze Airways come from? Who started this, and how are we just hearing about this now?
Yeah, sure. So our CEO founder, Dave Nealman, was the founder of many airlines. He was a part of the original WestJet group many years back, and is most famous as the founder of JetBlue Airlines, which many people would know is New York City's hometown airline.
Mm-hmm. So he's involved in starting yet another airline. Okay.
And he started just another one. This is his 5th one, and I met David just over 5 years ago, right at the start of the company, and thought there was going to be a fantastic opportunity to fly to a lot of the underserved areas of the country. So this is our 4th airport that we are going to be serving in New York, but it's our first one kind of closer to the Canadian border there. That's we thought would have a great appeal to international travelers.
Okay, I imagine you're anticipating a lot of Canadians taking advantage of these rates because we don't have competition like that here. It's hard to get a good deal on a flight going anywhere. What do Canadians need to know in terms of using your service?
Yeah, we do accept payment in USD on our website. So we aren't flying internationally yet. So the website is not. We're not advertising or displaying in Canadian dollars and things of that nature. It wouldn't be any different though from any Canadian crossing the border and buying U.S. goods and services. And just you can find us online. It's going to be the lowest rate, and flights are going to be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays starting November 28th. So we know it's incredibly popular, especially as it gets colder. I've been up to Montreal in the January period, and it does get pretty cold. So Florida is always a popular destination getting down into the warm weather. So we're just really, really excited. The sales have been phenomenal since we announced a couple of days ago. So we know the service is going to be popular.
So are there other destinations you'd be looking at from Plattsburgh for Canadians?
Yeah, potentially. We wanted to start with Orlando. It's the biggest U.S. destination. It's warm weather. It's got all the family friendly topics. But I think as that service progresses and as we start flying, we'd look at potentially adding quite a bit more service.
Yeah, like I would think Miami right away. Well, obviously a lot of people travel down to that part of Florida during the winter, but that's not in the plans as of now.
Yeah, we haven't announced that yet, but I know Fort Lauderdale has a huge amount of affinity towards the Montreal area.
I'm looking at Tampa, but
yeah,
we'll give
we also have a base. We have a base in Tampa as well. We've got also some other destinations. Charleston, South Carolina, which is a fantastic historical city, is one of our largest bases. So we've got a lot of great destinations.
Oh, good for you. And again, worth mentioning for someone who's hearing this for the first time, as you said, I wasn't aware of this. Midnight tonight, that's the cutoff. After that, you can still book, but prices will be going up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I would lock it in right now. Like I said, there's no change or cancellation fees, so I would go in and lock that up.
Okay. And for Canadians.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I lock it in before midnight. If my dates change, there's no change or cancellation
Up until
fees.
15 minutes before the flight, he said.
Yeah, so we aren't going to charge you if you wanted to change to another flight. We aren't going to charge you. A lot of airlines will charge you $200-$300. A lot of times they'll be more than the cost of the ticket. So,
holy cow!
When, was designing the program,
that's great.
A couple of years ago at our launch, we wanted to be as guest friendly as possible. So that's one of the trademark features for us.
Okay,
there you go.
That said, I assume though, if you're rebooking, you'd have to rebook at the higher price.
Yeah, you'd switch to whatever fare would be available.
For sure.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey.
Yeah, it's a great idea for a lot of people. That's going to save people a lot of money, and it's not that bad a drive, right? Hour away, head down to Plattsburgh and hop on a plane. We want to wish you the best, Lucas. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you,
Lucas Johnson. He is the Chief Commercial Officer at Breeze Airways.
So you and I, with a gang from work years ago, flew out of Plattsburgh to New York.
No, we flew out of Burlington.
Oh, we did. It was out of Burlington
to
that
New
time.
York.
I have done Plattsburgh once before too. The unpredictability factor is the border, right? Like if you get caught in a wait at the border, that can be stressful. The parking at the airport, so it's been years since I did it, but both of them had very reasonably priced long-term parking.
Covered.
Yeah.
I will point out, this was so long ago, Natasha, when we all went together to New York. Yeah. Remember when I took everyone down? Do you know how much it cost to fly return to New York? Return at that time?
At that time, I bet $250.
$110.
No, return.
$110.